was sitting here journaling, and I kind of let myself really just go back and forth between, if I'm in creation mode, I go into creation mode. I'm not like, I don't have rules like around like, you can't look on Instagram, because I'm talking about like once I've been up for like, an hour, right? It's the morning still. I just let myself flow in from maybe tending to some, because create is fun for me. It's like work is play for me, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna weave into that, and then I'll pull out and I'll do some personal processing, and then I'll pull out and I'll move my body, and I'll just like dink around, and I'll maybe do some dishes, or I'll whatever, and then I'll do some mirror talk and move and dance in the mirror, and then I'll come back and I'll journal more. I just let myself, or I'll pick angel cards or anything like that. For me, that fluidity is very, very important. The structure is, this is my spirit time. This is my time to connect with myself, to process, to whatever. And it's like that container it holds me, right? So it's like the masculine holding the feminine, right? My feminine is so big. She needs to soar, right? She needs to soar. So having that masculine container is extraordinarily useful. However, I discover and create it in my life, right? Being a single woman, it's important that I discover ways to have and feel that, not only inside, also in my external world. That's an exploration for me right now, big time. Anyway, what I was thinking about was, actually I wasn't even thinking, I was journaling, and I just sat back after I'm just like texting my partner, who I'm playing with a lot. We're creating right now a lot, and it's super fun. Her name's Charlie. She's outstanding. And after I wrote her the message, I just sat back and I was like, wow. I love my life. I love that I'm at this point in my life where I've done my quote-unquote due diligence, if you will, and that sounds so funny. I want to be clear about the energy. I've chosen to put time and energy toward sifting through the not self, the what's not me, the things I was handed down to, and the beliefs, and that no fault to anyone, gosh, no. And I've sifted that through, and I've met parts of me that were like, just thinking she was wrong, had so much shame, carrying so much shame, so much guilt, so much fear, so much. And I'm so happy that I've chosen to do that for myself, because what it's allowed me to see is a life that's different, that I am creating. And I have choice. I can continue to create more of the same. And when I say same, it's not going to be the same faces, same whatever, but more of the same in the sense of the same emotions, the same thoughts, the same, and just on automatic pilot, not aware, not even aware. For example, I remember when I was first diagnosed when I was 40, and I couldn't work for 2 years. After that, I was in such a pattern of the story of my body's breaking down, and everything was about my body and my disease, everything. And I was with someone at the time, and he asked me a question. He goes, do you know how much you talk about this? How much you bring it into I don't even know how I said it. But basically it was like, I'm the one that's bringing her to the party. Hello? Of course she's in the room. She's always in the room because I keep bringing her in. I'm like, well, what if I didn't? And I just stopped talking about it so much, And so anyway, it takes our time and our energy to look at that and sift through that. And I realized that through those patterns, I got very familiar with the feelings of guilt or shame or things like that. Those are very different feelings than love, than joy, than play, than intimacy, than passion. It's very, very different feelings. And so I know for me, taking time to feel those moments. When we're living in survival, we don't let in. It's so hard to let in what feels good. That's a judgment. It's just such a different frequency. It's like trying to get across a football field in one step. It's just more challenging. And so the pauses and the pockets of moment to go, wow, that feels really good. And it could be around anything, whether you're having just a remarkable cup of tea, and you're like, Or let's say you have a moment with a friend at the gym or the yoga studio, and it's like eye-to-eye contact, and you just, Or if you have a partner or somebody that you're enjoying in life on a physical level, like when they touch you, just, And you may already do this, and that's wonderful. And I say, why not just turn it up more and more and more? See where else you can let it in. Why not? What do you have to lose? It's so funny. When I was younger, I had this thing for Charlie's Angels and Carol Alt and models and stuff like that. Born in 1974. So people like Jacqueline Smith and Carolyn Alt were I loved them so much because they were cool women too. Carol Alt's brilliant. She's awesome. Anyway, for those of you that know who she is. But I just looked at myself and I was like, oh my God, I have total 70s hair and I love it. I love it. Jacqueline Smith all the way. So just think about that. Just consider just taking little pauses when you notice something that feels good, or even inviting it in if you can. And I bet you in any moment you can find anything that's wrong. You absolutely know 100%. And in any moment you can find what feels good. Even if and sometimes the most important is when you feel it in your imagination and you feel it. Because we're free in here. And it's up to us to free ourselves,